Hello, everyone. Once again, you're welcome to my online class today. Today, we'll be looking at 2015 National Mathematics and Science Olympiad, Junior Category First Round. And we're looking at question number 23 of that particular question for that year. At the end of the Olympiad competition, the 25 students present all shake hands with each other once. How many handshakes will there be altogether? At the end of the Olympiad competition, the 25 students present all shake hands with each other once. How many handshakes will there be altogether? All right, how do we go with this question? If we have 25 students and the first student will be having a handshake with 24 students, that means the second student had already shakes hand with the first student. So the second student will be shaking hand with 23 students. The third student will be shaking hand with 22 students. The fourth student will be shaking hand with 21 students, and the process continues like that. That means, in summary, we'll be having 24 plus 23 plus 22 plus 21 plus 20, and we keep having it that way until we get to plus 2 plus 1, and we add the whole thing together. So instead of us going through the process of adding 24 plus 23 plus 22 plus 21 up to plus 1, we have a shorter way of solving this. I'm going to display two ways of which we can solve this. Now, the first one, let's look at the first method. Here we have number of handshakes, okay? That's going to give us n into bracket n minus 1, then divided by 2, okay? Don't forget, from the question, our n is 25. That is the number of students that we have. That means we have 25 into bracket 25 minus 1 divided by 2. And this will give us 25 into bracket 25 minus 21 will give us 24, okay? Then divided by 2. And from here, 2 here 1, 2 here is what? Is 12. So here we're going to have 25 times 12. And when you multiply this together, we're going to get 300. That means we have 300 handshakes. So don't forget, that is the first method. Let's look at the second method. Second method. Okay, how do we go with this second method? Like I said, we're going to look at combination method. N combination R is equal to n factorial over n minus r factorial, r factorial. Now here, our n is talking about the number of students that we have, which is 25, okay? And the r that we have here is talking about the number of handshake. Handshake can only be 2 because it involves 2 people shaking hands together, okay? So from here, we have our n to be 25. Combination r, which is what? 2, then is equal to, here we have 25 factorial over here 25 minus 2, because our r is equal to 2. Factorial here, and we have 2 factorial. So let's try and expand this. Here we have 25 factorial over 25 minus 2. That's going to give us 23. So we have 23 factorial, and then we have 2 factorial. So the numerator that we have at 25 factorial, let's try and expand it. That means 25 times 24 times 23, okay? Factorial, then over 23 factorial times 2. Okay, now from this part now, from this aspect now, we can eliminate this 23 factorial with this 23 factorial, okay? And aside from that, 2 here is 1, 2 here is 12, and we are left with 25 times 12. And 25 times 12 will give us what? 300, which means we have 300 handshakes all together. So with this, we have come to the end of today's class. I believe you have learned something special today. If you enjoyed this class, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, like, and share. Thank you.